Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the First Class, Second Place podcast. I'm your host, Jason Enrique, and we got another first-class guest in the building today. But before we continue, I want to remind everybody that we're live at Braveview Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. Shout out to Mar Beyond the Glass. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that I've said on plenty of occasions, on every time I've had a guest, that I've been waiting for this one for quite some time. But literally, I've been waiting for this one for a very long time. This is a person that I've been wanting to have on the show for a very long time. I love everything that she's been doing. She's very well connected. I think that she is a queen in her own right. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than the only Linda Martinez in the building. What is going on, Linda?
So happy to be here. Oh my God, it's overdue.
Yes,
Jason.
this has been a long time in the making.
Like, I'm actually embarrassed because I've seen all my peers coming through and I'm like, but wait a minute. I told you I was coming here 2 years ago. Yes, that's a joke.
But you know
I'm
what
glad
though?
to be here.
Not
Thank
to throw
you.
any shade to any of your peoples, but you could also make the argument that you got to save the best for last, right?
That's actually absolutely correct. Yeah. But I know you had my I call him, I love him very much, my bestie, Crazy Legs.
Shout out to Crazy Legs.
So when I saw him here, I was like, oh no. This cannot continue. I gotta go next time. I texted you how Crazy Legs made it there before me. Unacceptable.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't hold it against you because I know that you have a lot going on. You do.
Thank you.
I've had people here that wore many hats, like they do this and that and so on and so forth. You have a full plate, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule to come on First Class, Second Place, that means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. And it's going to be a great show.
Actually, I'm glad that you actually can recognize that because a lot of people tell me I don't know how you do it, Linda, and I don't even know how to do it myself, guys.
Right.
However, I do take the time out to do the things that I'm passionate about, that I love, and when it comes to the arts, collaborating, being with my peers, exposing, sharing my ideas and the movement that I got going right now. Definitely gonna be time. Just a little patient that I ask, but I definitely gonna show up.
Yeah, and just like you tell me all the time, this is family.
Of course.
So I really appreciate it nonetheless.
And
I was also peeping out your pin on your lapel earlier today, and that's actually a great starting point right there because that's where you hail from. In the Bronx.
Yeah, from the Bronx, actually. Big shout out to Joe Kunzo and the boss, Crazy Legs. He was the one actually that gave me this. And now I'm trying to collect this because every blazer that I have has one. So everybody that sees me with it, they always ask me, hey, where do you get that pin from? I was like, oh, I got you. But yeah, we from the Boogie Down Bronx. BX. Sorry, BX. Got a little excited with the Boogie Down Bronx, as you guys know.
Yeah, I love to see the energy. And so I guess, growing up in the Bronx, I mean, everybody has their own stories and how they took, their life experiences, so on and so forth. So you, Linda Martinez, when you growing up in the Bronx, what were some experiences that you had? Like, what was some of the aspirations and dreams that you had while you were growing up in the Bronx?
It's funny that you actually taking the time to ask me that question because a lot of people actually think that everything started in the Boogie Down Bronx. It actually started in the Heights, Washington Heights.
Okay.
And my first apartment was 161st Fort Washington, between Fort Washington, and I think it was Fort Washington and St. Nick, right there.
Okay.
But it's funny because my mom moved up to the Bronx because she said, Dominicans are too loud. We got to move out of here. Then I said, Mommy, you Dominican. But, Dominicans be having baby showers on the fire escape, weddings and everything, right? So my mother couldn't take the noise. And then we moved to, I remember, 1575 Townsend Avenue, Mount Eden, 174.
Mount Eden, okay.
That was my first apartment in the Bronx. Then Castle Hill.
Okay, I'm very familiar with Castle Hill. Shout out to my homegirl Jessica Pacheco, by the way. Yeah.
Big shout out to Jessica Pacheco.
Yeah. So, but anyways, growing up, as a young girl, trying to get her feet wet into this thing that we call life. What were the dreams and aspirations that you had that you had when you were growing up?
It was mainly just being within the community of the Bronx and seeing the diversity, most likely. And, yes, we have Dominicans in the Bronx, but we also have a lot of, I would tell you, mainly Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah.
And even when they hear me speak Spanish, they think that I'm Boricua, but I'm actually Dominican. And then sometimes they tell me, "Hey, you know, no Dominican," and I'm like, "What? Wait a minute, what I gotta do? Dance on dembow, decir que lo que, arroz con pollo, plátano, like what you want me to say, right?" But I wanted it just to be that Latina girl being brought up by amazing parents and just instilled my background, my Afro-Latina. Like, yes, I'm here in the Bronx. I'm still Dominican. I have dreams and goals that I want to accomplish. I want to make my country. I want to make us Latinos proud of what we got going.
Right. And, you know, part of the reason why I asked that is because, like, I know that you're a vet, first and foremost. Thank you for your service. And you also have a background in law enforcement. So I guess, you know, delving into that, like, how did your military and law enforcement backgrounds influence your approach in the leadership and business and community work that you do?
Yeah, it definitely it has actually shaped me mentally, physically, and emotionally just to deal with everything that life throws at us. Let's just start with the military, the diversity of every single background, which I'm blessed for it. I'm still serving, actually. I'm Army strong. I'm, you know, Army strong to the day I die. Like I say, people, like, I love the Army. And it made me resilient. It made me wiser, have a better and bigger understanding of what is looks like to deal with different backgrounds, right?
Right.
With the law enforcement, wow, when it comes to the law enforcement, everything that I have learned is definitely, I gotta say thank you to the Department of Corrections. I guess I learned everything when it comes to the criminal aspect, when it comes to everything that's happening on the streets. I learned through the law enforcement. It made me stronger. It made me, I don't want to use the word maybe numb to feelings, but it's just help me protect my own feelings from getting hurt and understanding that life is certain things are gonna happen in life, and I just gotta learn how to deal with it.
Right.
And it's not about focusing on the problem. It's just actually trying to find solutions.
Right.
And you can't give up. Life is gonna continue. Life is not gonna stop for nobody. No matter what you go through, no matter who you lose, not everybody's gonna be loyal to you. And sometimes you want to bring everybody with you to the next phase within your life, within your success, but it doesn't work like that.
Right. And now, so what's interesting about that is we live in a progressive world now. You know, there's a lot that's going on and we're making a lot of progress, so on and so forth. But I could imagine that there was a time, especially early on in your law enforcement career, military career, that you may have had some backlash and some other trials and tribulations you faced because, you know, you have a lovely accent, but, you know, and you're also a woman. And this is around a time where it probably wasn't as progressive. So I could only imagine what kind of things that you had, the hurdles that you had to go through back then at such an early age.
Definitely. It's funny that you say that because I still kind of face some of those struggles. And when I tell you I have faced discrimination, humiliations, racism, to the point maybe a year ago, 2 years, maybe close to 2 years now, somebody said that my color is not good enough to be on stage to dance. It broke me. I think the only person that I kind of shared that with, it was Crazy Legs and two other individuals, close individuals. And I guess it hurt me more from the person that it came from, the comment. It's not like I couldn't deal with a racist comment. It's like, are you serious? Like, you saying this to me?
Yeah.
So let's take it back to salsa. I love salsa. I'm a salsera. There's a place called Villa Juana, Dominican Republic. We're from the capital.
Okay.
We are the salseros, right? But just to deviate from that, we remember Celia Cruz, right? There's a lot of La India. If we look at their complexion, they morenitas, right? Indian. So I love my complexion. I love being Afro-Latina. I love just being Latina, period. I'm black, right? So for somebody to tell me that my skin complexion is not good enough and I'm not worthy of being on stage, that can destroy anybody. Because now you're gonna kind of make somebody second guess themselves and their worth. And I couldn't allow that to happen to me, but definitely it was a very disappointing moment within my career, within my life, especially under the arts and entertainment and dancing. And being bullied, sexual assault, harassed, being there, done it, everything. I have experienced everything. And sometimes people see the smile. Linda's always happy, but they never get to see what's happening behind doors and the battles that I'm fighting. And I have learned to fight those battles within myself, sometimes by myself. Yes, I'm blessed to have such a strong group of amazing individuals around me at this present time that I cannot even begin to tell you how grateful and blessed I am, and thank God for those individuals that they truly love me for the person that I am, not for the what they can get from me, the benefits that I can offer and things like that. And that actually has helped me to overcome some of those struggles.
Round of applause real
positions,
quick, Marv, for her vulnerability and her bravery.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate that. And, you know, one of the reasons why I've been wanting to talk to you for quite a while is because when I first met you, you were actually doing another podcast. Shout out to Joe Fucarino and Zane for Therapy Without a Degree. Shout out to Jersey Media.
Yeah.
And
Hope you guys are good.
and I thought that, wow, I love her story. I love her passion. I love her power. I love everything that's going on. And then when we finished that taping, when I was working behind the scenes with them at the time, I got to talk to you, and I thought that you were much more than meets the eye. Like, it was amazing that I feel like I connected with you on a deeper level within a matter of less than 45 minutes, and I felt like I already knew who Linda Martinez was, and I just wanted to get really more into the bottom of the core. And most importantly, you have all of these things that are going on in your life. You wear a lot of hats. You're a vet. You were in law enforcement. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff with Unidos, and we're going to get into that and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you're human. You know, you have vulnerability. You're just like me. You know,
Of course.
So seeing somebody in your position of power but still able to not forget where they come from is probably one of the biggest things that attracted to me to you as a person, and why I wanted to get to know to the bottom of the core of Linda Martinez is. And also, to get a little bit personal, during around that time, I was going through my struggles as well. Like I've mentioned plenty of times on the show that I'm a mental health advocate. I've shared, you know, my stories of vulnerability and so on and so forth. And it was nice to see somebody that could understand where I'm coming from, even though we come from two different worlds. So I guess I would ask you, like, you know, you being as human just like the rest of us, and you doing so many things. I mean, but how do you deal with like the hateful and negative comments, and for those people that don't support you, and even gatekeepers?
Oh my God, that's such an amazing question. And I do recall that time that we met, and I opened up. I think we opened up about depression, the loss of my daughter.
Yes,
We spoke about
yeah.
so many amazing things during that time. And yes, people tend to forget that I'm human. I guess they think that I'm a little superhero, but no. You know, I do have that G.I. Jane outfit in the closet, but sometimes I just want to be submissive and just be relaxed, but life is not as relaxed as we expect it to be, because we gonna go through life events. And as you know, lost my daughter.
My condolences, by the
Yeah,
way.
she's my baby. Going through a divorce. A lot of people don't know that. For the past year and a half, it's been a rough journey. Lost my father. I have lost many peers in the military. And right now I'm currently going for my PhD under clinical psychologist.
Nice.
You know, in the military, I'm a mental health advocate. I'm a mental health specialist. And that's what I wanted to target, the mental health world. As to, we all need it. We all being exposed to depression, you know, suicidal thoughts and things like that.
Right.
And I wanted to advocate for that. Not only that, life is not perfect. And the same way that I get the positive comments, I get the negative comments. And when it comes to the negativity, I have learned that those that always have something negative to say, is because they don't have anything positive going within their life. And they always focus on your flaws instead of just focusing on the things that you're working on within yourself to become a better person. And it has been a journey. I'm not perfect, but at least I can take accountability for my wrongdoings. So many individuals right now focusing on the old Linda, but then again, they don't have access to the new Linda. So that's my thing. You keep talking about the old Linda because that's the one that you have access to. But where are you now? You're not even in my life. So I deviate from that, and I'm a great believer of the law of attraction. I manifest my own thoughts, my own reality. And yes, within the past 2 years, God has removed a lot of people, a lot of negative people, which I thought they'd be with me. Now, enjoying my success, enjoying so many amazing things that is happening to me right now. And I was having like a hard time dealing with that and accepting like, not you, like why you, like being betrayed by people that I thought that be within my life for the rest of my life, but it's not like that. I had to learn that everybody has an expiration date in life. They're not gonna come to your next phase, and you gotta accept that, and you gotta move on. You know,
that was a harsh reality I had to deal with not long ago either. You know, and it's amazing how you could have the best intentions for anybody, but you one thing that I've really learned in the past 2 years or so is that our energy and our time is way too precious to be just giving it to anybody. You have to keep it like I almost kind of compare it to like you got to treat it like you do your paycheck. You can't just give it out to everybody and everybody, because not everybody's not deserving of it. You got to pick and choose your spots. However, in some kind of ironic situations, you kind of need that in order to not you're not doomed to repeat it as well. Because you have those experiences, and then you're kind of weary about, all right, who and what should I keep around my energy and my vibes and my circle?
Absolutely. You got to protect your energy at all times. Not everybody deserves your energy, your time. Time is the most valuable thing to waste.
Yeah, and let me tell you something that I've told myself, and I kind of been telling myself for a while, and I'll even share it for the audience and for you as well. People who want to see you win will help you win.
Absolutely.
Remember that.
Absolutely. I gotta give you that. Yes, definitely. And they're always gonna be clapping for you, and they're always gonna support you. They're gonna be there. They're gonna reach out. Hey, Jason, how can I help you? Linda, what can I do for you? And not only that, when you start setting boundaries, that's when you start seeing true colors, guys. And I have to be honest with all of you guys. The minute that I started sticking to my boundaries, oh my God. A lot of people start dropping, leaving my life, and I just left the door open, like, go ahead, you can live my life. I'm okay with you living my life, because if you're not willing to respect my boundaries and my worth, my time, I don't need you in my life. But I'm glad that I did that, because then I start seeing those individuals for who they are, and I start making space for those individuals that are really meant to be in my life at the moment. And I'm happy. I'm happy to those that are in my life right now. I'm even happier to those that left my house. They probably were under the impression that they were my oxygen. Like, did I stop breathing? No. You guys, I'm actually breathing better now, So I do not block nobody on Instagram. Actually, it's funny because I do know a lot of people that has blocked me, but then again, they talk to me, and sometimes I say, like, sometimes it's not being petty, but sometimes I would love to tell them, wait a minute, you block me on IG, but why don't you block me in real life?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Please do so. Like, just don't bother. But I don't block nobody on Instagram. I want them to see that I'm still fighting, I'm still going, and they're not going to stop me because they're not my oxygen.
Let them focus on you while you focus on everything else.
And I want them to see me. Yeah.
See, that's that boogie down Riz right there.
Boogie down Bronx, like, we all the way up. Big shout out to the boss right there. Dr. Joseph Cartagena. I keep telling people it's not Cartagena, it's Cartagena.
And I'm Colombian, so I know the pronunciation.
You know what I mean? Oh, there you go. Because he's not a Gina or Jenna, he's a Cartagena.
Yeah.
All right, so big shout out to the boss, because he always tells us that let the negativity be the fuel that you need to keep pushing and become resilient. So yes, the negativity actually has made me very resilient.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, it's funny how there's different parallels of crossings in life and so on and so forth. So and let me give you a little bit more context to what I mean by that.
course.
So there was a time in my life where I was trying to do music. I was trying to get into the music industry, and it just didn't work out. And then I just said goodbye to that
Well,
dream.
you want to be I'm sorry to go. You want to be like a little rapper,
Not a little rapper, but I was actually trying.
Right now, but I rapping like you wanted. What type of music you wanted to do?
I was writing. I was rapping at one point. Like so, I was,
That's so dope.
you know. But you know, that was a chapter
I
in my
did
life.
too, by the way. Actually, I have a single out. You know that.
Yes, I do actually.
I have a single. Like there you go. I have it in both single. Like don't worry about it. You keep
Right. But where I'm getting at is that I would say that the biggest inspiration, especially early on in my days, was DMX, and I also happen to
DMX.
know that you were actually very close with Mr. Earl Simmons.
Actually, not so much to him. Let me tell. Wow, DMX, man, he's so rest in peace.
Yeah.
I actually
R.I.P. the
met
King.
DMX in jail.
While you were a CO.
Yes, in the building 676, guys, and that was his 101 officer. And when I tell you, that was a moment, because I said, oh, I'm gonna get either suspended, fired, but I couldn't actually stop talking to this man right here, because everything that he was dropping, it was just jewels, like valuable information, and the message and the things that he said to me, I will forever carry it with me. Into right now, I'm very close to his latest fiance,
Right.
Desiree, yeah, and his beautiful son. And I met her through my best friend, which is Melody D. Velez, the one that makes the cakes.
Yes.
MDB Custom Cakes, by the way. Big shout out to the bestie. I love you. And yes, it's a small world, because then I find out that Melody was doing cakes for DMX for the longest. You know what I mean? She was already part of the label. Little did I know, when I met DMX years prior to that in jail, I'll be friends with his fiance.
Right.
You know, and that my bestie knew his fiance. So it's like, I call that the law of attraction, how the universe is putting the dots together. You know what I mean? So somebody that I truly missed, I wish she would still be with us here. And somebody good to have, like, would be amazing to have in your circle.
Right. You know, and I unfortunately never had the honor and the privilege of ever meeting him, or even just, you know, seeing one of his concerts or whatever. But one of the things that I really connected him with was not only was through his music. I mean, because obviously he's one of the most legendary, iconic rappers of all time. But there was also a type of angst that I was dealing with, and he was the only mainstream artist at that time that I was able to tap into. And if you really think about it, you know, mental health has become like a very big topic of discussion as of late. But he was actually one of the pioneers as far as entertainment goes that was really talking about what he would have to go through. I mean, and there's no further proof than that than one of his big singles, which was "Slippin'." I mean, that's definitely mental health awareness talk right there before anybody else was doing it.
He has so many amazing songs that is all about preaching, empowering, not being afraid to express yourself, not being afraid to seek God, and being positive, family, advocating for children. And damn, I do miss DMX, because I wish he could see me now after everything that he told me, having that uniform.
Oh, he knows. He's still looking at you from above.
And I follow some of the advice that he gave me, and I know he wouldn't be proud of me. He said, he said, you don't belong here. You should get out of here. This is a very negative environment. And believe it or not, I wish that I would have listened back then and definitely just quit or just leave corrections. But I continue working, but I never overlooked the advice that he gave me.
Yeah.
and I did follow it though.
Well, I'm a firm believer that, even though they're not with us in the physical, they're still watching over us in spirit. So even though you said that you wish that he could see you, he still is seeing you, just not maybe in the physical form. But I'm pretty sure that he's somewhere where we're far away from it with a higher power and seeing everything that you're doing and taking heed to what he said. And you're already making him proud as of this moment. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
And it was, like I said, amazing experience. I will never forget. It was in the intake area, and I had them like maybe for 2 to 3 days. And every time that I walked in, it was like, "Where my dogs at?" And he was laughing. I was like, and I told him like, "Look, I didn't even have to pay to see you. You came to see me." So we shared some good laugh, and wow, we spoke about Aaliyah. May her soul rest in peace too.
Yes, rest in peace to the queen.
He's being, he was doing acting too.
Yeah.
Family. I mean, something that I will forever carry with me. Big shout out to DMX, to his family, his children that are still here with us today. My little Boba, that's his little baby,
Yeah, talent that was gone way too soon. But,
yes.
Switching gears over here. So basically taking heed into everything they were saying and also going through your life experiences and, getting to know you on and off the phone and in person, and we've had our own personal discussions and everything. I kind of get the sense of where maybe just a small sample of where your passion and your energy comes from that comes to doing everything that you do. I mean, you got everything from, the Tiny Dancer nonprofit organization. You got the New Needles production company. You got Linda Glam Academy, which is a makeup studio. I mean, maybe...
So much, right? Like,
I know, but I
guess I get a headache just listening. Like, oh my God, how did I do all this?
But I guess, how do you balance all those various roles and responsibilities?
Octopus. Like, I don't even know, guys. Definitely, I just gotta tell you when, I do a lot, guys. Is the team that I have under my sleeve. I just gotta say thank you to all my business partners, my supporters, You met one today, Salvatore Diaz, being my ride and die.
Shout out to Sal.
Over a decade. Crazy Legs.
Yes.
And many
Shout
others. Jacrees, Lisa. My brother. Like I said, my twin brother is like my biggest pain in the ass, but I love him. Sometimes I say to God, please, I don't know what my brother is going to do when I'm not around, but please just give him the strength, because my brother is like got me like right under his sleeve, right?
Yeah.
He calls me every day, but I love him very dearly. And something that a lot of people tend to overlook, or probably not overlook, they don't know this. About me. Me being law enforcement, military, is not my passion.
Mm-hmm.
I got into that field because of my ex-husband, right?
I see.
Everybody within his family was parole officer, border patrol, detective, FBI, everything on the law enforcement.
Basically with a badge, yeah.
With a badge, the blue collar, right? Within my family, everybody are doctors, lawyers, office work, medical field, office field. And here comes Linda trying to be G.I. Jane because her mother-in-law told her, you got to take all the city tests, great benefits. I didn't question it. I did it, because those were my surroundings. But I already had a career in Dominican Republic as a little dancer. I was already under the arts, dancing and acting, even before I came into the United States of America. But people don't see that. People don't know that. And sometimes I refuse to having to explain people what I love and what I'm passionate about. But people tend to know me more within the law enforcement, which I understand, because that's what I did and I still doing for over 20 years. But I never left my passion.
Right.
I still pursuing my passion. I still dancing. I still acting. And I still empowering females through the beauty, health and wellness, Tiny Doctors was a nonprofit that I founded in love and memory of my daughter. Healing one heart at a time. I wanted her life, her name to live forever. So I sponsor a sick baby every year. And a big shout out to my little super Noah. I don't know if you seen that baby on my page.
Yes, I have seen it. Yes,
it's one of my first ambassadors. And Super Noah got his own story of his own. And thank you, God, for still providing him with health and life, and he's still here with us. But I just never deviated for the things that I love. And my passion is acting and dancing and the arts. And that's why it's gonna put me into the Unidos production. That's what I found, the Unidos productions. As you know, Unidos comes from unity.
Yes.
In English, unity. And me having access and being exposed to such a diverse I should say diversity of cultures, individuals from the whole world.
Right.
I think that is one of the most beautiful things that I have the opportunity to actually see, and that's something that I bring with Unidos Productions. I want to tap on every culture. I want to tap of all the individuals that we have worldwide, of Latin America, Europe. There's dancers everywhere, just by the things that we eat. Remember what I did the last time?
Yes.
The battle of the cook-off. Team Kong Kong and Team Pegao.
Yep.
Something
Shout out
that
to
I
Black Rose, by the way.
experienced since growing up. Like, supposedly Puerto Ricans and Dominicans don't get along. That is the biggest lie, just letting you know. You know what I mean? I'm Puerto Rican by injection. My daughter is Puerto Rican, right? My dog is Puerto Rican. So I wanted to bring to life the fact that we love each other. We actually eat the same things, but just we call it different names. But we still unique in our own different ways, right? So something that I'm passionate about, the arts, you know?
You know, this is why I think that you and I really can coexist with each other, because you saying all of that, it kind of, and I told this story before on my show, and I'll tell you right now, real briefly. There was a time in my life where, you know, I was trying to do something in the arts. I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's why I was trying all different kinds of avenues, and none of them seemed to pan out until finally I discovered podcasting. God bless. But there was a brief moment where I felt like nothing was working out, nothing was panning out. I didn't know what to do.
You didn't mention that.
Yeah, and I just felt like, you know what? Maybe I'm just not meant to do anything that I want to do, and I just got to relegate to the fact that I'm just a normal, boring-ass citizen who is very lucky to be still on this earth, and I just have to just take whatever life gives me. And the depression from that really, really caved in. But you know how, as a typical cliche saying is, like, you know, when you hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. So there was that brief moment where I did hit rock bottom, and there was only one way that I can go is up, and I just kept on climbing. And you know, not to toot my own horn or whatever, even though I think you should be proud of your accomplishments. I'm a big proponent of that. It's probably I'm probably in a much better position now than I ever thought that I could be. And it's, you know, giving myself credit here by doing all the hard work that I needed to do, and then being able to surround myself with the right people, such as Marv, such as Jofi Guarino, such as Linda Martinez, and everybody else that we know in our circle. It seems to be coming full circle now, and it's a beauty to see. And I can't go back in time, but if I can go back to 2018, 2019 to show Jay that everything's going to be just fine, I would have done that. But, you know, I feel like at the same time I needed to go through that rock bottom in order to get to where I needed to. But I think this is where we kind of understand each other, where we have our passions. We want to do these things, and that we had that brief moment of where we had self-doubt. You know, we didn't know if it was going to work out, so we relegated to things that people thought that we should be doing, you know, and it just didn't work out for us. And I think that we could be examples. We are examples of, if we can do it, anybody else can. So just don't give up, you know, just shoot for the moon.
No, absolutely. And I'm so blessed and glad to see that you never gave up. And just to see the fact that you kept striving and believing in yourself, because probably, let's be honest, probably those moments the darkest moment that we all experience in life, probably you wasn't getting the support that you thought that you were expecting from other people. And that's when we kind of second guess ourselves. We go into depression. But honestly, the only person that gotta believe in you is you. It's you against you, right? A lot of people's gonna doubt you. A lot of people's gonna say, "Oh, Jason, you're crazy." A lot of people think that I'm crazy. And I'm telling them that you guys need to promote me. I'm a lunatic, all right? Because being in this world, you just gotta be a lunatic and survive in this world. Because you gotta believe in yourself. You're gonna have the naysayers. Don't listen to the naysayers. Just stick to the positivity. Not only that, we all have I really don't like calling them haters, but we all have haters, right? And I feel I'm a great believer that haters are our greatest motivators. They love us. They love us so much. They just don't know how to show that love in a very positive way, in any type of positivity, right? And what I mean is that they don't like your pictures. They don't support you in anything, but they're still watching you because they are afraid of what you can become. You do realize that. But then again, you see them supporting somebody else doing the same thing that you're doing. The only reason that they don't like what you're doing is because it's you.
I have an extremely hard time thinking that anybody in their right mind would actually have any hate for Linda Martinez, but I just,
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
I find, like, but you know what? If
I
they're-
do actually
if
believe
they're-
in that.
and I don't doubt it. I find
It's
it hard to
worse
believe.
now, believer. It's to the 1,000 power, 10 power. Oh man.
But either way, you know
Yes,
what? I like nobody in their right mind should, because I know how great of a human being you are. But if they do, fuck them. I don't care.
Oh, no. At this point, let me tell you, big shout out to all my haters. My two main ones, Jessica and Jennifer. Like I said, I said names.
Drop a bomb.
Yes, I'm dropping bombs. I said what I said. Then what? Pull up, book it down, Bronx, Castle Hill, right? No, let me stop. Buzz, Joe Crack, Doctor. Hey, we all got haters, but I'm not afraid to say anything because in somebody's story, I'm the villain, I'm the bad person. But just remember that I did good to this person before.
Right.
And to my haters, I love you guys. Just letting you guys know, may everything you wish turn goes back to you 100,000 stronger and bigger. And I just gotta let you know that I'm gonna make you proud, very proud.
Yeah.
I hope that I'm actually making you proud this moment. But just keep hating, and I'm gonna keep loving you. And I'm doing what's best for me,
Right.
and the only one that can judge me is God. Not
Right.
these individuals, because they don't got nothing going for themselves right now. If you really
Listen.
think about it, and I already been done with that phase in my life, worrying about what people got to say about me. Because then if you do, then if you don't, they're still gonna say something. Let's give them a show, like I told my brother.
Yeah. Well, listen, in a relatable sense, and this is the only thing that I'll say, is that there will be people that will put you as a villain in their story, but you just got to make sure that the story is not fiction.
I tell them, make sure that you tell the right. Listen, don't forget that I'm the superstar of the story, right? Make sure that you say whatever you got to say, and I say it loud and proudly.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, but I want to shift into something a little bit more positive now. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
obviously, you, as I mentioned, you have all these hats that I won't repeat because we'll both get headaches because it's just way too much. It's just overload. But with everything that you do, and it's all great stuff, and you should definitely be proud of your accomplishments. But from a person like me on the outside looking in, I mean, what motivates you to give back to the community and, all through all your hard work and endeavors?
What motivates me? Every time that I see my internal progress, and when I tell you internal progress and growth, how far I have gotten despite of everything that people has done to destroy me, to keep me down, for me to actually really go crazy, and I just haven't give up on myself. It's like always thinking and seeing like, dang, I wish that I would have a person like me in my life back then. So now I want to be that person to so many individuals out there and to my community. So I just want to keep advocating for human rights, advocating for self-care, advocating for mental health, advocating for love, not to ever change the person that you are, despite what life throws at you. Just keep your authenticity,
Authenticity, yeah.
Yeah, definitely be true to yourself. It's not easy. It's very hard. But just stick to you. Love you. Every morning that you wake up is a blessing. Some people couldn't wake up this morning, and look at us. We're here. I'm a great believer, like I mentioned earlier, of the law of attraction, gratitude. Say thank you every morning. Say thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be here and to give back, to keep doing what I love, the purpose that you have inflicted in myself, within me, keep giving me the health and the strength to keep sharing this with my community. And I'm not going to stop. And only he's the only one that knows my expiration day on this world. And until that day comes, I'm just going to keep being me and loving me. I really don't care who doesn't like me. I just know that I love me. And I love being me, being Linda, you know?
And that's the advice that you would give to anybody out there that wants to pursue all these
Don't
other
ever change for nobody. I don't care what they say to you. Don't ever doubt yourself. I don't care if they tell you, no, you're not good enough. This is not what you meant for. And who are you? And who are you to tell me this? You can feel your passion. Your passion is that little voice that you hear within your subconscious, the vision that you see of things doing, you know, whatever gives you goosebumps to do, that is your purpose, that is your passion. Please follow it and don't stop. Don't ever stop. And by the way, I did a little rapping.
Bars.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if you know Keith Sweat.
Of course.
Back in high school, you know.
Showing my age right now, but yes, I know Keith
Twisted.
Sweat. Of course.
Twisted, that was my favorite, by the way, guys. I did win a talent show doing that little rapping of the You Got Me Twisted. Thinking about the way I think, the performance. So I won. So I did my little rapping, you know. So it's funny because everything falls under the arts. And every time that I think about me being on stage doing the talent show, and a lot of people say, you whack, Linda, you will never be able to do it. And then I had this little group of friends like, yeah, Linda, like you have a dope ass accent. Like I want you to do it. Come on, you dope. You, everybody loves you. I was like a little popular kid, but I was humble. I didn't even know how popular I was in high school until now I see myself like, wow, I did all that. And people love me this much. But then again, I was bullied in high school too, guys. I was the one with the thunder ties.
Thunder thighs,
Thunder thighs, and within the volleyball team, softball team, you know. And now, guess what? Then girls are trying to pay for what I naturally got, you know, my tributes. But I went through all that, but I'm blessed for my experience. I actually went to high school with Ken Starr.
Shout out to Ken Starr, yeah.
Big shout out to Ken Starr. And it's funny, we went to my Manhattan Center for science and mathematics. Big shout out, Spanish Harlem. And I didn't speak to him because, you know, seniors don't talk to freshmen. No. we were in different grades. And now that I look back, I was like, oh my God, I went to high school with Ken Starr and Mace, you know, P. Diddy and Mace, like Mace.
Murder Mace.
Yeah, I was like, wow, amazing memories. And now it's like I'm putting the dots. I was already surrounded by superstars and stars and amazing people. Because look at us now.
Yeah.
We actually under the same field of the arts and entertainment. A blessing. It's just a blessing.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because one of the things that for all of my positive outlooks that I look on for myself and trying to give credit for, I always have to balance it out, unfortunately, when it comes to a little bit of self-doubt and, you know, imposter syndrome. And it's funny that it maybe it kind of affects you sometimes because, you know, you're doing all of these things and you're rubbing shoulders to all these important people, so in your eyes and so on and so forth. And it just kind of takes you in that moment, like, is this really happening? Like, am I like, how the hell did I get here?
I can tell you this. I know I actually came to an understanding, Jason. And if there's anything that anybody's going to remember about Madeline Linda Martinez, we become what we think about the most. That is the law of attraction, guys. And I still have my vision board. Jason, on that vision board, I got Crazy Legs. I got Fat Joe. I got Frankie Negron.
Shout out to Frankie.
Yeah, big shout out to Frankie Negron. I love you,
gotta get
Frankie.
you on the show, by the way, dog.
Yeah. We gotta be here. Everybody that I can tell you that I have within my life right now, they're on my vision board for over 30 years ago.
Look at that.
And that's how scary it gets, that how we can manifest our own life. Where do we want to be? Oh my God, some of the projects some of the amazing things and accomplishment that I have today within my life. Now I look back and I actually manifested those things, and that's what I want people to pay attention of your own personal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to do, but when you get a negative one, try to shift it into a positive one, and work on you manifesting, thinking more positive, and Google the book, The Secret. Make sure you read that book. I live by that book. Look, I'm preaching the law of attraction, guys, because it has worked for me and it continues to work. It's going to work for you, okay?
You know, aside from the haters that we kind of touched on earlier today, but I also know that there's a ton of people that believe in you and love you and appreciate all the hard work and everything. And there's even going to be young girls out there that have been in your position before, that they see everything that you do, whether it's on your social media or your organizations or watching this show, hopefully. What kind of legacy do you want to leave that'll leave a lasting impression for those women that'll grow up to be queens themselves one day?
Oh my God. Yeah, I want to be remembered for the person that never changed and never led life turn my heart into a cold ice box.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, definitely I gotta say I'm blessed for my audience, the girls, the individuals that reach out to me on the daily basis via DM, telling me, Linda, how do you do it? I'm proud of you. Please guide me. Please give me an advice. I'm here and I wish I could answer every single DMs, text, email. I do try, guys, and I just know I want to just leave a legacy, be remembered for everything that I'm just giving back to all of you guys, not for the materialistic things, not for the accomplishment, just knowing that at the end of the day, I'm a woman and a human being just like all of you guys. I have faced depression, been through those darkest moments in my life, know what is pain, know what is betrayal, know what is the loss of a child, love of a parent, loved ones, and I still had to find a way to continue to believe in myself, continue with life, but most importantly to just hold on to God, because I know He's the one that continues to give me the strength and the guidance, because without Him, I definitely don't think that I would still be here sitting down with you having this conversation. And yes, it's very important to know that as long as you stay truthful to yourself, like I said to you earlier, and believing in yourself is the most important thing there is. Know that you're worth it. Know that you're valuable. Know that you're loved by many. So don't focus on the negative. And like you said, the haters, actually, they love us, Jason. And I will repeat myself, they just don't know how to express that love in a positive way because they see something in you that they want. They just don't know how to tell you and ask you in a positive way. Because your energy kind of irritates their demons. Like I said, like whatever I got in me and whatever God gave me is irritating somebody else's demons. And there's nothing that I can do about that. I just got to continue to focus on the positivity and whatever God gave me and blessed me with.
To all you queens out there, take heed to her words. This woman has been through it all. She has seen it all, done it all. She keeps doing all the great things. Yeah. So take heed to that. That's living proof right there, ladies and gentlemen, that it is possible, that anything is possible. So real quick, before we run out of time here, I know that you got the Unidos Productions going on. What kind of projects do you have in the works, if you can't talk about it right now, that people can look forward to in the future?
Wow, definitely so many projects. I just gonna give a shout out because right now we kind of focusing on the PRS Fest, like Lex mentioned the last time.
Yep.
PRS Fest, guys, August 31st. Make sure you guys.
Hinchcliffe Stadium, Patterson, New Jersey.
You're gonna be there, right? Get your tickets right now. Like I tell X, my husband is gonna be there, guys. My childhood husband, met the man, and Redman. Actually, he's my ex-husband. My new husband is Eminem. But I still got love, We kind of ended in good terms. But I cannot wait to be there to support the PRS Fest. That's part, as you know, Crazy Lex is part of Unidos Production, co-producer, co-founder, which I love him dearly, my mentor, my friend. And we're going to have a rematch of the cook-off battle of
Concon and
Team Pegao and
yeah.
Team Concon. So, yes, stay tuned for that because, Crazy Lex is still feeling some type of way, Jasmine. Who else was Team? Oh, my God, who was the other one? Oh, and Sophie. The Team Pegao.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back with my Team Concon, Black Rose. Big shout out to Black Rose and Yarciel. And actually, I'm working on a amazing film production. I gotta give a big shout out. I'm blessed to actually have the opportunity to work with Hilton, Ariel Ruiz, a Bill film director. You guys gotta check him out. Make sure you guys follow him, Hilton Ariel Ruiz on Instagram, right? He's amazing at what he does. I'm working on some goodies with him. And what else we got coming on the production? Oh, we're going to be doing comedy events. Big shout out to Big Red. Like I said, Sophie, Black Rose, Joselito. Oh my God, so
amazing,
many
talented, funny people. By the
those
way.
are like my little family right now. Yeah,
we had the pleasure. Me, Marv, and another friend of mine. Shout out to Iris. We had the pleasure to see those talented people go on stage and do their goddamn thing, and it was
absolutely.
a blast.
I'm so proud of that, and that's like my little family. I'm blessed to have every single one of them within my circle, within my life. We're gonna be doing a lot of comedy events under Unidos Production. I also have under Unidos Production and implementing her network Inc. with your Chris and Lisa. We're going to have in October, as you know, October is a month for cancer awareness. I got a little surprise for you guys. We're going to have a huge empowerment panel with two amazing individuals, which is Ataka Official and La Alemania, huge dancers. We're going to bring some salsa dancing, bachata dancing. I also have my peers, Scott, Bernhard, Hurricane, Maurice, under the health and wellness. So there's so many projects right now. I just want you guys to follow Linda Martinez NY, Unidos Productions, so you guys can keep up with all the amazing events that I'm going to be bringing to all of you guys and the community. Yes, and I'm excited. I don't know how I do it. I just film too. A lot of acting work. Awesome, amazing.
I did see on your Instagram that you were on set this past weekend.
I
contractually, so those are some things that'll come in the works and so on and so forth. That I'm looking forward to.
Little surprises. Right. Can I give you all the goodies? Yeah, surprises. But just know, Linda's always working. So if I do pick up the phone, this is what I'm gonna tell you, Jason, because I don't answer to you. You got like my direct number. Just know. And I'm just going to say this to all my friends, associates, colleagues, business partner. If I take the time to answer to your text, just know that I love you. You're a very valuable person to me because I don't even know how to do it. But I do try to be there. And if I take some days to answer you back, just know that I'm caught up, but trust and believe. If you do have my personal cell phone, I will answer to you. I may not answer you right away, but you definitely got my attention. You close to my heart.
Exclusivity, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you guys got Linda.
All right. Well, Linda, we're about to close out this episode in a little bit, but before we go, I want to top things off with a segment that I have on the show called This or That. It's basically inspired from Black Sheep. You can get with this, you can get with that. So I have a multiple choice questions for you. I tailor it around you, and also some questions that I ask every other guest that comes through here. Just a little, and things on a positive note, and also people get to know a little bit more about you, the fun side of it.
So I was supposed to go answer this and that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. There's not the SATs or whatever, So it's
the regions, right? No. I just like, whoa.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So let's have some fun. All right. You ready, Marv? You ready, Linda?
Okay.
All right.
I was born ready. Boogie down Bronx. Let's do this.
All right. Let's do this. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, for this or that, you, Miss Linda Martinez, playlist or podcast?
Playlist.
Pancakes or waffles?
Wait. Okay, guys. Well, you guys, can we do cinnamon waffles and pancakes? Cinnamon pancakes. Oh my God.
Like I said, that's not the SATs. There's no right
I
or
know,
wrong
I know.
answer.
It's like I love both. I was just talking to somebody about that earlier. I think I would go with the cinnamon waffles.
Taylor ham or pork roll?
Come again?
Taylor ham or pork roll?
Taylor.
Thank you. All right. That's a Jersey thing, by the way. So, well,
We shout out to Jersey.
Yeah.
I love me Jersey too.
pegao or con con?
Come on, now. Like, listen, this podcast is over. Of course, team Concom. Come on.
Slides or Crocs?
Wow. Okay. I think Dominicans like slides, but I like the Crocs.
All right.
Crocs.
Beach or pool?
Okay, wait. Give me a minute. Okay. Damn. Okay, the beach, because I can bring my dog and then I can let her roam around. Yes.
All right. So, I mean, you answered the next question, actually, dogs or cats. So,
Oh, I was talking to somebody about this too. Like, he's a dog hater. You know who is? Doggy. I'm a dog lover. I love huskies. Yes.
Instagram or TikTok?
Wow. Fun fact, people keep telling me that I need to be more active on TikTok, so I'm gonna go for Instagram right now. It's my main social media, Instagram, guys.
Introvert or extrovert?
You know you can be both, actually, right?
But if you had to choose one at this very moment.
Introvert.
Okay. Would you rather be embarrassed or be afraid?
Embarrassed, because at least I try.
Glass half empty or glass half full?
That's a good question. Is that the way that you perceive and see things, and I always see them as a half full.
On an airplane, do you prefer the window seat or the aisle seat?
Okay, that's good too. So when I was little, it was the window, but now that I'm older, the aisle, because I want to just jet out.
And I have to go to the bathroom every now and then, so I'm going to the aisle.
Yeah, so jet out. Now it's the aisle. Yes.
Mofongo or mango?
Come on, tres golpes, manito. Dime, lindo. Tres golpes. Yes, mango.
Book smart or street smart?
Wow. I'm actually both, but I definitely would choose. Oh my God. TikTok. Oh. I love reading too.
Mm-hmm.
Street smart.
Okay. Ice water.
Yeah, well, can you say that? Because sometimes when we read, that's good that you say that. I just want to pick on that.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't implement the knowledge, you're never going to learn it. And I feel on the street smart side, you hands-on. Right. Yeah. Street smart.
Ice water or room temperature?
Oh, wow. Room temperature.
Nikes or Adidas?
Nikes. I'm guilty, Nikes.
Would you rather be too hot or be too cold?
I hate being cold. I'd rather to take off than put on hot. Give me the heat. Give me the heat, baby.
It's dark and hell is hot, or flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood?
Wow. Repeat that.
It's dark and hell is hot, or flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood?
Hella dark. The first one, yeah.
Yes. That's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yes.
And finally, teamwork or solo project?
Wow, definitely teamwork, because you get further when you have a teamwork. When you solo, you move kind of faster, but when you in teamwork, you actually accomplish, even though it may be slower, but you get to accomplish the goals more.
Yeah, nobody does anything alone.
And that's I'm glad that you mentioned that, because a lot of people think that they're gonna accomplish things on their own. No, that's why I'm a great believer in collaborations and giving opportunities and building an amazing team like I have now. Yeah, I love my team.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this or that. And that is going to do it for this episode of First Class Second Place. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Please follow Linda Martinez at Linda Martinez NY on all social media. Also follow Unidos Productions NY, UNIDOS Productions NY on Instagram. Check out all of the latest stuff that her and Crazy Legs are doing. Shout out to everybody that is involved in the fold. And most importantly, Linda, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule for doing this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. You're somebody that I respect and love and cherish, and I can't wait to see you reach the top of the mountain. And I would like to be there.
Come on, you're coming to the red carpet with me. Come on. But this was overdue. This was overdue, guys. And I actually want to give you a sincere apology from everybody, the whole audience. I took forever. But I appreciate you for being understanding and patient, because you always stood on top of me. Hey, Linda, you rescheduled like maybe 20 times. But I kept telling you I'll be there because this is something that I want to do. And of course, you're one of the individuals that I wouldn't even think twice to be our.
And you know what? I would have rescheduled 20 more times because I know you're worth it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of First Class Second Place. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find me at I am Jason Enrique on all social media platforms. Don't forget to like, subscribe on YouTube at First Class Second Place. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the First Class Second Place podcast. We out.